What's up everyone, it's Adam from Life of Adam. Came back with a brand new video, and today's video I'm going to be talking about how to scan a pool as a lifeguard. Let's just say hypothetically this is the lifeguard stand behind me, this is my station, and I'm doing total coverage. I'm by myself, there's no other lifeguards. How do you scan the pool, how do you enforce rules, and some tips to be successful. Now before I dive into this, if you guys are new to the channel, I make a bunch of content about how to pass the course, the pre-test, the written test at the end, how to be a successful lifeguard on the job, basically everything you need to know. So definitely consider subscribing and liking the video if you're new to the channel. So one of the main things I do when I'm scanning the pool as a lifeguard is I'm limiting as much of my head movement as possible. I'm using my eyes. I do not want to be torturing my neck every day, because if I'm watching a pool to my right and then I'm constantly looking at the corners and turning my head and looking up and down, especially if you do a 2-hour, 3-hour guard shift with not a lot of breaks, you're gonna go to bed that night and your neck's gonna be in pain. So what you wanna do is you wanna use your eyes. You wanna look around, wear sunglasses like aviators, because the sun glare is ridiculous. You're not gonna be able to see anything, especially if you're at a beach or a lake. So if you're at a pool, beach, or lake, definitely recommend sunglasses. It does not matter. You wanna use your eyes, you wanna check the corners, you wanna check the surface area of the pool as well. There's these things called blind spots. So let's say I'm guarding the pool like this. Underneath me, like along the wall, I can't really see, especially if I'm sitting up here. So once in a while, what I like to do is I like to reposition myself and take a look at the blind spots. That could be like towards the bottom of the pool on the inner wall, that could be in the back steps in the corner, it could be on the far end by the diving board. Whatever it is, you want to move around to get these angles, and you also want to move around when the sun is really like unbearable. So let's say an area of the water is like really light and glimmering and it's hard to see because of the sun. You don't want to stay in the same spot and scan. What you want to do is reposition so that you can see through the sun glare and see if there's any swimmers over there to make sure they're okay. Now another tip when you're lifeguarding is to have really good posture, and when you're enforcing rules, just really speak loudly, slowly, clearly, blow the whistle. You want to be very direct and very confident, because if you're enforcing rules like, hey, can you stop running, and you're not intimidating, they're not going to respect you, especially if you're a new lifeguard. So you really want to put your foot down, enforce rules, be very cool, calm, collected. You don't want to be mean, but you're trying to keep people safe, so you have to lay the foundation of this is what the rules are, you cannot do this. If you have someone who's kind of talking back to you, you can explain the reason of what they're doing and why it can be hazardous. Give them a reason like, hey, you can't stand on this wall because you'll slip and fall and hit your head. Or it could be like, hey, you can't do flips and spins at this pool, we don't want you to hit your head on the diving board, and then we'll have to like rescue you, stuff like that. If you give them a reason to what they're doing and why it's bad, they'll process it a little bit more, especially if they're younger, and they'll be like, wait, yeah, I don't want to hurt myself and have that happen to me. Another tip when you're guarding is to manage the rescue tube. The rescue tube will have a string, so make sure when you're guarding you don't get tangled up, especially if you have to jump up and quickly make a save. You don't want this wrapped around your foot or tied to the lifeguard stand, so just make sure you manage it, kind of wrap it in your hand and hold the rescue tube in a comfortable position. You don't have to be like this ready to go every second. You can kind of just hold it like this, but just be ready when something happens to kind of just get right in position. This isn't going to tangle and keep you from doing anything, and you can enter the water appropriately. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I'll see you on the next upload. Thanks so much. Peace out.